One day, an ordinary-looking man walked into a downtown bank branch in Manhattan, looked around a bit, approached the manager, and asked for help. As is typical in such cases, the manager, named Tom, politely asked the stranger to sit down and asked the man how he could help him. The stranger began by saying that he had an unforeseen circumstance. It so happened that he was going to China for 2 weeks, so he urgently needed a $1,000 loan, and most importantly, only for 2 weeks. The manager explained the terms of the loan to the stranger and asked for his identity documents. The man only had his driver's license with him. There are all kinds of situations in banking, and the manager is the right person who can tell you what to do. Tom did just that, explaining that the bank needed collateral to secure such an emergency loan. After thinking a little, the stranger replied that he was willing to pledge his car to the bank to secure $1,000 for 2 weeks. He pulled out his keys and car papers and put them on the table in front of the manager. The manager was surprised that the stranger offered his new Ferrari as collateral, and then asked him to wait and left. 10 minutes later, Tom cleared the deal with the bank branch manager, and the collateral seemed more than sufficient to the bank management, and the loan was approved. After the paperwork was complete, the owner of the car, along with a bank employee, drove the Ferrari into the bank's underground garage and parked it there. After that, he received his long-awaited $1,000 and left the bank. For the next few days, all the bank employees discussed this strange story of a man who had used a brand new Ferrari worth $260,000 as collateral for a loan of $1,000. The news of such an unusual loan spread throughout the branch, and all the employees were smiling at the strange client. Some even thought that the stranger had literally bought the Ferrari with his last money. In the meantime, the bank security service discovered that the humble man who had come to ask for $1,000 turned out to be a millionaire, the owner of a large IT company with a huge annual income. All this seriously puzzled the staff, and they waited impatiently for when the stranger would return. After exactly 14 days, as planned, the millionaire walked into the bank. Then he calmly went to the cash desk, where he paid $1,000 and interest for those 14 days, which was a little less than $5. After receiving the loan closing documents, the man went to the garage with his manager, Tom, to get his car. After looking over his car from all sides, checking for scratches, and making sure the car was okay, the man handed Tom $100 and thanked him for a good job. The loan officer was perplexed. He didn't understand what was going on, but having plucked up courage, he still asked why a rich man, who had millions in his account, would take money from the bank and leave such an expensive car as a collateral. But the manager did not expect the answer that came next. He had never even thought of such a thing. The millionaire explained to Tom that he wouldn't be able to leave the car in New York for that kind of money, even in a regular parking lot for 14 days. And even if he had left it, the price would have been more than $5 a day, and there was no guarantee that the car would be safe and sound. And at the bank, it was under close supervision for only $5. A surprised Tom stood with his mouth open looking at the millionaire, while he got into the car, thanked Tom again, and drove off.